Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to CyberSecJourney. I already did this video once a couple days ago. It was an hour-long video. I'm going to try to cut it down shorter than that this time, but it didn't come through. OBS was giving me issues. It was stuttering and a bunch of other stuff. And hopefully, I got it fixed. I will see when I'm done with this video when I go to edit it how it came out. But anyway, um. as the thumbnail said, this is going to be a different kind of video that is not on YouTube. For those of you that really want to try to make money in cybersecurity, in other words, build up to something, um, this is going to be the quickest and shortest path there probably is. Now, I'm going to take the complicated and more difficult route because I've got 28 years of experience already. Well, minus 6 years. I got 22 years of experience because and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But you can see that right here. I give you guys some. This is where when I get done, when I get ready to talk about what the channel is going to be from here on. This is where I'm going to put. I'm going to let you guys stare at this because this is actually some of the stuff that I do. These are study music right here. A lot of these pictures, like this Zen right here, this medieval ambient, the healing, these two right here, these over here. A lot of these, except for the security ones. These are channels, that play anywhere from 2 hours to, 24 hours of music. Here's one right here, 11 hours and 54 minutes of relive lo-fi city vibe music. And it's for studying. This is what I put on when I'm studying because it drowns out the TV and outside noise and stuff like that to where I can just read. It's soothing music and everything, and I can study. But I also do this type of work, like this type, because for one, it's like my novels, my adult visual novels. I do 3D renders like this. I use DAZ Studio to make these characters, mostly women, because like I said, it's a porn novel. So I make more females than I do men. But all these scenes right here are scenes that I might could do in my novel. If that particular scene comes up, a forest scene or a city, a cyberpunk city or Asian type city scene or medieval. But anyway, I'll let you guys stare at this because it gives you something to do. Because you know, I, I don't want no video collage. From my moon array subscription. Like I did. I don't know 2 or 3 videos back where I made a video and I showed clips, of videos and stuff because you need to concentrate on it. You don't need a distraction on the stream. For those of you that are serious, which I think are mainly my people on my Discord, the YouTube surfers, they don't even watch the whole video usually. And the majority of them are probably already gone. And that's why I do these long introductions like this before I get to the content. Because, you know, I got other things going. And this is very important. I got 14 channels. I don't just do one thing. I do a multitude of other things and everything. And what I'm going to do in my cybersecurity journey here is I'm going to track all the time I spend learning each and every topic, and so you guys can see the end result when we get there. And as I'm progressing, you're going to know exactly how many hours and minutes I spend. Well, it's not going to be truly accurate, but it's going to give you an idea on how much I spend on learning, uh, basic stuff that beginners will want to learn or need to learn. Actually, you can't want to learn it. If you're going to succeed in this, then you need to do it. There's not a want. There's no quitting. You know, but if you guys want to know, like how long does it take? How many hours would it take me to learn reverse engineering, or at least to learn Python? And how many hours will it take me to learn assembly language? And everything. I'm going to have those statistics for you. Now, I'm going to go through them a lot quicker than you are because I'm basically just going to go through it. Watch the material. I'll probably do the exercises. Just for the timing. To see how much time it takes. But I'm going to do it quicker than you because I'm going to have errors like you will. But the thing is I know I won't have to go to Google. I won't have to spend time trying to figure out what's wrong. When I get errors, I will probably fix them fairly quickly because I will understand it when I see it. When I see the error message, more than likely I'll know what's wrong and I'll fix it and I'll be on my way. For you beginners that don't understand what you did wrong and you don't really understand the error message, then you're going to have to hit, Chat GPT or Google or whatever and go down the rabbit hole and try to search what the problem is. And that's going to make your journey a lot longer than mine. But my statistics they'll be accurate and they'll at least give you an idea. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's look first. This is going to blow your minds, most of you probably, because this is going to show what you might think is my ADD. But this is actually how I keep track. You know, I need to know how much time I'm spending for each channel. I need those stats for my own bookkeeping and my own stuff like that. We're going to show you right here. This is what it looks like. This is for today, October 15th, and this is in the evening. Oh no, I haven't added the rest of this today. Um, this is what it looks like right here. These are all my times that I write down on when I do things, and then I copy it and I paste it in here, and all this is added up. Everything's done automatically. All I gotta do is take that text from Sublime Text and paste it in here. And then all of this stuff here, all of this stuff here is figured out through programming in these cells. It will all these cells, each individual cell will search through these months. Right now we're on October, so this is 10. We'll search through here and pick out keywords, like programming, shell scripting, bash scripting, for Hacker Lab Central, and for everything, like what we're watching. From 2 to 2:30, we watched ESPN Around the Horn. We love murder shows here, and we love ESPN. I keep track of sleeping. Right here, you can see. This was last month, September. You can see my sleeping was all over the place. You know, early morning, uh, late night, and afternoon. 20 hours or more. 15 to 25 hours all over the place. This month, not so much. This month, most of my sleeping is right here from early morning, early night, middle of night, and late night. That's it. I went 3 hours into early morning. Um, and if you want to know, I got it right. I can go over here to early morning, and early morning is from 7 a.m. to 9:40. So all these are broken down into, three different categories: early, middle, and late for night, morning, and afternoon. But you can see right here, everything else is wide open. I haven't got into the mid morning or late afternoon. I've been up working during all of these. But that's how that breaks down. And I can tell how much we're watching TV. And most of this I'm not watching. It's on for background noise. That's why I play my study music, because the wife likes what she doesn't like it with like it is now with me doing the recording, because we have the TV muted because of my recording, but she doesn't like it when it's absolute silence. So she needs to have something playing, a movie, a TV, or something. And that's why we basically run the TV, because she reads her novels most of the day, but the TV is background noise. And the biggest thing about that is we don't hear everything going on outside. all the kids screaming and playing and hollering and all the commotion going on outside. We don't. The TV drowns out all that, so we don't hear that either. But anyway, I will have a whole column, you know, dedicated to this learning that I'm going to be doing that will track all of my learning that I'm going to be doing on this whole thing. And for those of you that want to see, I've had people, ask me what are my other channels. Oh, you don't really have other channels, and you can't possibly have more than a few channels that are popular. Well, actually, yes, I do. I do. If you guys are interested, if you want a YouTube consultant on how you start a channel and get it going and everything, I do that too. On my freelance site, you got to go to Upwork and Fiverr. I also do that through Fiverr. If you guys are on that platform. But anyway, yeah, I do that, and I use these sites for reference on the knowledge that I have and that I can do it. And I will show you right here. Here's my music reaction channel. Right here, 62-year-old reactor. That's me. I don't look like that now, as you guys can see from my picture in pictures. All of these videos have me in picture with my old ass gray hair and half my teeth gone. But this is what I used to look like back in the day. But you can see right here 643, 323, 34, 56, 173, 957 views, 228, 593 views, 317, 1,600 views. And this was only 8 days ago. All of these, 216 views. And this whole channel right here was the first one, Bad Blood. This was only 1 month ago. In 1 month, in total, I've got 7,300 views and over 100 subscribers already in 1 month. So, and now we're going to take what I always do. I always show my Discord. But yeah, I got that. I got Blender, and that's where this comes from. Like I've told you, all this work with 3D work. My main 3D programs are Blender, Dash 3D, and Unreal Engine. That's where, anything that I do in 3D, that's where that comes from. And so I got a Blender channel also that is over 400 subscribers. And a music channel, another music channel where I teach music, where I teach keyboards, I teach music theory, I teach, songwriting and, all that stuff. But anyway, on to business now. Now that all the fluff is left, all the YouTube surfers have gone, and probably all that's left is my Discord people right here, according to my analytics. But for you guys, this is the change. Now, some of you are in the CTF team, the HLC CTF team, and this will pertain to you also. But I get a lot of people asking, you know, this is post-COVID and everything, and how can we make money as quickly as possible? So we can get ourselves back on our feet, pay rent, whatever buy drugs, whatever it is you got to do. I don't know. Um, and this is going to be the quickest possible way. And I'm going to actually do this, and I'm going to make videos on my journey so you guys can actually see the progress. Now, I don't know how much of this I'm going to be allowed to get away with because I'm sure YouTube will have rules on what I can show and what I can't show. Some of the bug bounty programs might have, rules of what I can show and what I can't show. So I will go through the terms of service and everything and work all that out. I'll figure out how I'm going to do this. If I'm going to be able to do it. But anyway, this is what I'm going to be doing, and if I can't actually show you guys the work and everything, I'll explain it to you in another way I'll put up a VM or something, and I'll show you guys similar stuff of what we did, or I'll just show you guys over the wire CTFs and stuff like that are free, or maybe HTM or TH hack the box or try to hack me or something. I'll show you some of those videos. Of the retired machines. You can't show the active machines on hack the box. They don't allow you to do that. But anyway, this is the path in a nutshell. I'm not going to break it down or do any of this. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to be doing, because I quit cybersecurity basically in 2018, because that's when I started my AVN, my adult visual novel, and I really haven't been in it since. Um, so, and I've looked into it, what's going on in there recently. I've done some research and caught up on what's happening in the cybersecurity space now. And this is why when I started this channel, I started bashing YouTube channels and online courses and everything else, and why people are not succeeding in getting into cybersecurity today. Why there's a shortage in the field, because people are underqualified. And that's because the shit you're learning in college or online courses or on YouTube is totally 100% irrelevant. It's so outdated. It's even further outdated than my knowledge, way prior than 2018. And to be honest with you, companies can't hire you. They're not going to pay you $30, $40 an hour, and they have to train you because you're not up to speed on the current landscape in cybersecurity. The knowledge that you've learned is, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. And you're like, well, I mean, I learned it in school. I passed my certifications. Well, even the certifications are old. Um, so yeah, they're not going to do that. And they're just going to move on, hopefully, to someone that's qualified. But even they know more than likely no one's going to be qualified on current affairs. And they don't have the resources, time, or money to bring you on and tutor you and teach you. They would more prefer have someone that can two things, that can self learn on their own. You don't have to be up totally perfect, but you have to prove and show that you're able to learn on your own. And you do that by at least already having some knowledge of what's currently happening in cybersecurity, because they can respect that, because they know that you didn't learn that in school or some online course. If you're talking current stuff today, because it's just simply not taught in those areas. So if you show that you have knowledge in that, it shows them that you are taking an initiative and you are learning current stuff on your own. So you can do some critical thinking. You can problem solve. You don't need someone to teach you and take you by the hand and everything. You're able to learn on your own. You're not walking around the office to other people and bugging them, and asking them for help when they're trying to help themselves too. They're working on problems also and getting paid for it and everything. And now here you come up bugging them, wanting them to also help you on top of their stuff. That just ain't gonna fly, guys. It ain't gonna fly. It ain't gonna work. So I'm gonna show you guys, um, in beginner terms, like I don't like as if I don't know what I'm doing, and in a sense I don't, because this is what I'm gonna do. This is how I'm gonna do this without pretending the whole lot. Granted, I already know all the programming. I know Python, I know assembly, I know all of whatever you name a language. C, Java, JavaScript, Ruby. I know those languages, so I don't have to take. I don't have to learn all those. You know, so I have a base knowledge already from my 22 years, from 1996 to 2018. All that knowledge and stuff that I've done in malware and reverse engineering and all that, I have that knowledge already as a baseline. So I just got to look at the new problems of today and work from there and figure it out. Like artificial intelligence, ML models and DL models, machine learning models and deep learning models, for AI. And network nodes and all that stuff, and malware that is using AI today. There's self-replicating malware, much worse than what we did back in the day. You know, and the worms that we had to deal with. Worms were self-replicating through the network. Today it's ridiculous what they can do. Um, So I'm learning on my own now too. And this is the path that I'm going to take in bug bounty, because I want to get rid of the competition. Because of my prior knowledge, um, I'm still going to be learning new stuff, but I do have prior knowledge that helps me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take on only advanced topics in bug bounties. I'm going to take on all the advanced stuff and not do all the low hanging fruit or even the middle stuff. I'm only going to take on the complicated stuff because it's less competition up there. That's where the people that are making the big bucks on bug bounties, that's what they're doing. They're focused in on those areas because they pay more, a lot more, and that's an arena that I can get myself up to speed quickly at, and I'm going to find out how quickly by the logs I just showed you, by keeping my logs and everything from now up until the point I make my first, bounty. I can see it, how long that took, all the stuff that I had to learn, how many hours did I spend doing all my learning until I finally got paid, and everything else. And I can break that all down for you guys. So with that, and I've already got over here. I've showed this before, but this here is HackerOne CTF, and I wanted to see what their learning path. When a beginner joins HackerOne and takes the Hacker 101, what are they actually going through? Well, obviously, to me, this is simple as shit. I went through this in no time. Didn't need the hints. But I looked at them after I did it. I clicked on them and looked at them to see what they're about and everything, so I could talk to people about them. But I stopped right here because I got bored actually. But and you can see I'll click on his uh, all of the, I found the flags, found, XSS, SQL injection. Now you see, one of the things that I'll be spending on, this is beginner intermediate, cross-site scripting, XSS. Um, one of the things I'll be focusing on, and that's more advanced, is XSSI. So each one of these, even SQL injection, this is probably simple SQL injection and everything. There is more advanced injection techniques and stuff. And again, that's what I'll be focusing on, not the simple stuff that you see in books and everything and you hear everyone doing on YouTube. But this is, I don't, it's hard to say. Should a beginner go through these? I guess, yeah, they should, because you need, like I said, I have a base already. I have a knowledge base. You guys don't. Um, and you're going to have to go through these simple uh, capture the flags. Like I said, I can go through them, real quickly, but obviously you can't do that because each one of these is going to stumble you up, and who knows how hours maybe, you know. So for you to get through just this page, could take, you know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. It all depends on your learning ability, your critical thinking, your problem solving, and all that stuff. Um, I don't know what to tell you. It's just something you're going to have to go through. Um, I'm going to go through it myself, and you'll get to see how long it takes me to go through it. And I might play around a little bit because I'm going to try as I'm going through it. I'm going to try to get information that I can make videos on to talk to people about and explain to them about, and maybe make the journey a little shorter. I still want you guys to do the work on your own, and I don't want to give you guys the answers. But if I can enlighten you a little bit on, shortcuts and things that you can do, and what's ahead in each one, like over the wire, if I can give you a little bit of advanced knowledge on what mainly you're going to be focusing on and doing in that, and on Hack the Box and Try and Hack Me, and all the other channel on Hacker 101 that I just showed you, if I can give you guys some input on what you're mainly going to be focusing on in those different sites and everything, then that gives you an idea of the knowledge that you need and everything. But like I said, I'll have to go through them first to see what it's all about, what they're doing, and make my notes of it so I don't forget. And then I'll do videos and I'll go from there. But this is the journey, guys. I'm going to close with this. This is the end goal. I'm going to be going through the bug bounty first because that's income. It's not stable because it's random. You can't predict, when you're going to find bugs and when you're not going to find bugs. You might find 2 bugs in 1 week, and then you might go 6 months and not find a bug. So it's pretty sporadic, but the money potential is there. It just, and how fast can it happen? Well, how fast can you find a vulnerability? That's basically how fast it can happen tomorrow. If you find a vulnerability tomorrow, then you'll get paid. Um, Obviously not tomorrow, but your pay will be coming. Because you got to file the report. They got to verify it and all that stuff and everything. Then they'll send you your money. But you know that you got money on the way. That's the whole point. But yeah, that's how fast it can happen. Is how fast can you find the bugs, and that depends on your knowledge and problem solving. That's all that is. Your money potential depends on you solely. No one else to blame. If you can't do it, then you just can't do it. That's all there is to it. No one's going to fire you. No one's going to do anything. You just can't do the job. Um, After that is going to be penetration testing. I'm going to get into penetration testing for freelancing on. Well, I'll tell you the site, but it's a specific freelance site specifically for pen testers. Um, but I'm going to get on that because pen testing is steady income. Once you've built up a clientele and everything, then you're going to have steady income in doing that. And then the last thing that we're going to top off with, after we go through all of our bug bounty hunting and build our knowledge, once we build our knowledge and we're familiar with a lot of things, then we're going to get into pen testing because we can build. We got the knowledge now to at least get in and do that, and we're going to build our knowledge even more by doing that. We're going to learn how to communicate with clients and all that stuff, and improve our reporting, to the clients. Our reporting and everything on our finds will get better. Our proof of concepts will get better. So it's easier for the client to verify, what you did and everything. These are all learning processes that you will go through step by step. And then we're going to culminate and we're going to end up at the end road by being an independent security researcher, which is what I spent, my first 22 years doing. You're going to learn what your job entails in doing that, how you get paid in doing that, because it's mostly going to be consulting, because you have a vast array of knowledge now that you've built up in many different areas and everything. And there's companies that are looking, they're not looking for a security company per se. They have a problem and they're looking for someone that is a specialist in that problem, whether it be ransomware or whatever. With me, it was billionaires. The security of the privacy of billionaires. Not their company, not anything like that. The privacy of their home, the privacy of the security mechanism they had in their home, their phones that they have on them, their iPads and stuff like that. How can I stop someone from hacking my phone, and getting into my bank account and credit card information, and stuff like that? That's what they're looking for. They're looking for a specialist in that. But with that, guys, that's the direction of the channel now, and I don't know when videos will be coming or anything because I'm going to be doing this work. I'm going to be doing my bug bounty and everything. And I don't know what platforms. I know it's going to be HackerOne and Bug Crowd. Those two definitely. But am I going to try any of the lesser ones out or get into that or not? Because just those two platforms have plenty enough companies to do stuff and services that I use. Like you could tell my login up here, I got LastPass. Well, LastPass has a bug bounty. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of services that I use. NordVPN. I use NordVPN and everything. NordVPN has a bug bounty program. So I'll probably be doing those. Canva. For those of you guys that do graphic work and stuff on Canva, Canva's got a bug bounty program. So, these are, I like doing things. PayPal has a bug bounty program. I use PayPal. It's my main payment source online. And so if I'm going to do bug bounties and stuff, I want to do bug bounties with services that I'm familiar with, that I use myself and everything, because I feel more secure about the service. If I'm going through the bug bounty for LastPass, and I use LastPass, well, I've got a pretty good idea of what's, their security involves. If someone tries to hack them and stuff, because I'm going through this myself, ethically, because I got a pass basically, because they know who I am. They know I'm a security researcher, and they know I'm a bug bounty person on their bug bounty program and everything, and they can see that in their logs and everything, and so yeah, I know what their security is all about as I'm going through it. And the same with NordVPN. I'll know what their security is all about, all their servers and everything that they have, their exit servers, and you know, all all that stuff. I won't get into more of that because that's my secret. Yeah, I was going to say infrastructure and everything, but I'm not going to get into that. that's that's for me to know and you guys to find out. But anyway, with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you enjoy the direction it's going to be going. And welcome, subscribe to the channel so you don't, like I said, I don't know when videos are going to be going up. If you don't want to miss one, you need to get that notification. So hit that bell and everything, and you'll be notified when I put a video up. Because there really not going to be no more fluff videos like there has been, no more storytelling or anything now. Now it's time to get serious. Now the videos are going to be on topic, specifically pretty much bug bounty or anything having to do with finding bugs or vulnerabilities or anything like that. And right now, that's the focus. Pen testing and other stuff will come later when we graduate from the bug bounty level. And we're not going to leave it. When we get into pen testing, we're still going to be doing bug bounties, but we're going to be doing pen testing also until we get to the point where we leave both bug bounty and pen testing if we want to. Um, but we leave both of those and we go full time into our independent security researching, because there's a lot of people in my Discord here that can't get a job, like me, that can't get a job at a company because of a felony, uh, because of spousal abuse, because of a backlog of child support payments. And yeah, and yes, people, if you have any of these, you cannot get hired in security. You probably can't get hired in the government either, because this is a serious problem, because it reflects on you. It reflects on your personality and your ability to control your anger and stuff like that. It reflects on your financial stability. You know, if you're in debt and everything like that, there, these, because you're open to be, blackmailed. Look, you work for Kaspersky, or whoever, you work for the government or whatever. You need to give us this information that we want, or else, you get into yourself into that. And the government and security companies in it, they want to stay away from that kind of stuff. They want people that aren't able to be blackmailed and stuff like that. And you can't, like I said, you can't have spousal abuse. Your child support payments, if you got those, you got to be current. Because all this stuff reflects on you personally. You know, it tells a story about you, whether you like it or not. So there's people that fall in that category. So going the independent security route, and the route we're going here was a bug bounty, pen testing, and independent security. That's your only path, really. You ain't got another choice, because none of those three require you to get hired or fill out a job application or have a background check done. You can do all of those just by being good at what you do and finding vulnerabilities. That's it. That's all you got to do. If you, the only thing that kills you is if you can't find vulnerabilities. That's your money maker killer right there if you're not able to do the job. Plain and simple. No one to blame but yourself. End of story. Whether that hurts your feelings or something, don't know what to tell you. You're the problem. That's basically the end of it. This is a field that you are not able to learn, and you just got to move on. You just got to accept it, and until you change, until you change yourself and everything, it's going to be a field that you just can't do. So with that, guys, I will see you whenever the next video goes up. Hopefully, it's going to be a better topic, and we've got some progress going on, shall we say. But thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments or in the Discord. I'll always be in the Discord no matter what's going on the channel here. You can always find me in the Discord. I'm on it like 16 hours a day. So we'll see you over there, guys.